Okay, I am officially live. I am gonna access my port because I have IVIG tomorrow. It is, Thursday? And I have IVIG on Fridays. It's a lot of soap. And I want to talk about the conference I went to today a little bit. It was at Western Connecticut State University, and it was annual Lyme Connection, which is, Lyme Connection is a very good nonprofit organization in Ridgefield, Connecticut. And every year they do a Lyme conference, and they have speakers come in, and they have a free Lyme and tick-borne disease related health fair. I need a paper towel. Okay, that works. So we went this year. This is like the 4th time we've gone. Oh, I was like, where's my kit? It's over here. Alright, so my stuff is over here. I gotta access and talk at the same time, so it's a little tricky. The speakers this year were Dana Parrish, who's a singer-songwriter, and I have like no idea what she sings, who, you know, got Lyme and like her world was turned upside down. So she spoke, and that is really what I have a video on, that I recorded to go on my YouTube channel, but it's not like crazy long, but it's longer than things I would normally have. What am I doing with this heparin right now? It's like 26 minutes altogether, so that's longer, and it's gonna take forever to upload, but it is technically uploading right now on my phone as I do this from my iPad. So she talked about her whole experience with Lyme, and like, it was really good. She was a really good speaker, and how she is now collaborating to do a book with Stephen Phillips, who is a very well-known Lyme doctor. So Stephen Phillips talked as well. I heard him talk before. He talked in a past, maybe like the 2nd time I went, he spoke, and I actually didn't like his speech the first time I saw him, which was like 2 years ago, because I thought he was really boring and really monotone. But I was like, oh, Mom, maybe his speaking got better. I don't know, or maybe that's just the way he is. And yeah, he's not the most dynamic speaker in the world, but he was better. Like, he definitely improved. He spoke very basic things, like what is Lyme, what are the co-infections, you know, the tests aren't reliable, so it was really good for new people, especially because my dad was there and he doesn't know anything, really. So I knew like all the things he was basically talking about, and I didn't videotape him, but I think they end up putting all this stuff like on YouTube because I've seen it before, but I'm not sure if they still do it. Okay, what am I doing now? Boom, boom, boom. Not using that tape anyway. Mask. So he spoke, and it was a lot better. It was a lot more general, but he did get into studies, and I thought that Dana Parrish was a lot more interesting because she talks about her own experiences and how to not trust this doctor and that doctor. And it was very, very relatable because she was speaking about all the things she went through, and you know, how this is such a big problem. And that is really what the world needs to hear, so that will be on YouTube as soon as it uploads. And Sonoma went, and he was fantastic. It's his second year going. So I got like a couple pictures of him, the stuff that was there. At the fair, they had like lots of supplements, companies. My doctor was there. There were other doctors. It was very good. They have like different companies that like have different bug spray brands and different supplements that you can buy for, like Nutrimedics is one of them. So you just go around and browse, and they have lots of informative pamphlets and stuff that I took for like people that know nothing, that if they're like, oh, I got a tick bite, I'm like, here, read this. So I didn't need them because they have like the same basic packet every year, but they have a ton of different things that you can get, and it's all for free, which is really nice. But I got that for any people that need, like, don't know what to do, and you can send a tick to places and how to do it for if you're in Connecticut, because that's where we were, and then how to do it if you're out of state, so it was all on a piece of paper, and that was really helpful. And then one of my Lyme doctors was there talking about Reiki. She wasn't like doing a speech, but all around where the tables were. And one man doctor, he's an oncologist, Neil Spector, spoke, but he couldn't make it because he like already had plans for who knows what. And I don't even know like where he lives, like if he's like in LA or what. But just need to wait for this to dry. He couldn't make it to the event, but he wanted to, but it was too last minute for him. He already had plans. So he did a speech and recorded it, and we watched the recording. You know, it was telling like his life, which is really crazy because he got bit by a tick and was just like any other person that goes through the whole crazy Lyme thing, wasn't believed and all that, even though he was a doctor. And he ended up needing a heart transplant because he was in heart failure. And then like now he's a super advocate of Lyme disease and all of that. But he technically was not a Lyme doctor, but he was an oncologist, and he thinks, well, not just him, all the doctors there, but we're talking about all the similarities between Lyme and cancer, and how like treatment is really similar, and how different things that help cancer can be used to help patients with Lyme disease, and just how similar the diseases are when people would never like put Lyme and cancer next to each other. They did today because they really believe that Lyme is the infectious disease that is equivalent to cancer, but is infectious, and obviously you don't get cancer from an infection. So we listened to him speak, and I walked around with Sonoma to look at the different pamphlets and things and stuff you could buy. We didn't get anything, but it was nice to look around. It was nice to listen to the speakers. I hope the quality of the video with the speaker that I included in the video that I'm trying to upload is good, because we had to sit far away. The seats were all taken, and there wasn't, I had to make sure there was enough room for Sonoma, and that he wasn't going to like get stepped on and stuff like that. And if I had a seizure, which I didn't, which is great, because the last 2 years in a row I did have a seizure there, but I did have a really long, prolonged seizure today. So it was the same day as the conference, but not during the conference, so that was nice. Now it's time. I need to put in my needle then put on my dressing, and then be done. So I don't have to worry about this for tomorrow because I'm getting it at like 10 in the morning. Oh, definitely feels good. Yep, great blood return. It's great. I was the only one there with a service dog. Some people came up to me who knew me. It was a little tricky because they didn't know me in person. They knew me from like my Facebook page or YouTube. So I didn't know who anyone was, but they were all talking to me as if I knew exactly who they were. So I kind of just went along with it. So there were about like 3 people in wheelchairs that like, you know, kind of put it together. They had Lyme. Couple people with crutches, not a walker, canes. That was it for walking things. But no other service dogs. So yeah, I met someone who did say her name because she follows my Fight Lyme for Life page, and she introduced herself and said her name. So then I remembered that I did message her, or she messaged me and I responded. The other people, I'm going to respond to the comments after this because I can't, obviously, while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to type to them. And I can't even see it. I see it pop up. But with my glasses not being good, I can't read it. Speaking of glasses, my new pair of glasses, like glasses number 5, are in. So that'll be interesting. Alright. I'm going to flush. I could take this off with a heparin. And then put my green cap on. And like make myself a cup of tea or something. Go watch some YouTube because our internet is back on because of the crazy tornado. I hope that the video will be up soon. I'm going to be trying to upload it all night and see how long it takes, but it is going. So that is about it. If you have any other questions or comments about the conference or what goes on or whatever, you can comment them in the comments and I will answer in there. Bye.